Also, is anyone else getting bad feedback from Jeremy?
Yeah, that is probably something that happens.
Yeah, Jaren doesn't like you very much. He doesn't feel that your commentary is incredibly valuable to the show.
I mean, if you're cool with it, you're the one that's gonna have to edit the background noise down.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Josh,
just
did you
hard to
fail the quest.
No, this is the attack is happening. Talk about Skyrim. Crap, that was
Skyrim is a game that's pretty and there's graphics.
Josh, can I
And
just say
failure
that
and
I think
success are virtually indistinguishable when Josh is
I
involved.
think one of my favorite moments from the last week of episodes was when you whirlwind sprinted into a table and just like hit yourself right in the stomach. You just thought you were gonna be the original prankster and send everything flying, and then you just launched yourself at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, that was
stomach first.
And then I attempted it again, and I pissed off some guards.
Yes, I did watch the episodes. I was recounting this mostly for my own benefit.
This is even better than normal. Now we're talking about like recounting things that we did a week ago.
This is the worst week of episodes.
Quick, Chris, say something profound.
Snow is white, but sometimes it's not.
Chris confirmed for Snow Pooper.
What?
Stumbling saber cat.
I don't know. I think clearly what we need to do is catch a drink here. Oh, hey, it's unspoiled. Okay, quick, Josh. Start a bar.
Why is there a tavern in this fort, and how do I become the owner of it?
Start a bar.
I think
you are the owner, Josh. Finders keepers.
It's got Imperial boots in it. Like, I think this is supposed to be accessible only after the
bingo,
the
Josh.
the fort
Bingo.
is taken over. Well, we can steal all their stuff.
That does make it easier to
God.
steal the things that they aren't supposed to have in here yet. And the Imperials are taking over the fort nicely without your help.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Honestly,
This is what it is to be a quaestor.
Oh man.
It's almost as if it's easier for them to get their goals accomplished when you were not backstabbing all of them.
I don't know what you're talking about. What you got down here, guys? Can I put this in my inventory?
Oh man, you totally gotta
I need
put
this.
your man-cat cave down here. Some scratching posts.
Put your litter box down
litter
here.
box, a pool table, all kinds of shit.
Scratch post.
I already said scratch post.
Oh,
Why you gotta repeat the things I said about cats?
Because I like the things you said about cats.
I'll come help you guys in a few hours. It's cool.
This is like, I think this might be the most Reginald Cuthbert playthrough of any game you've ever done, Josh. Something about taking a nap in the middle of a pitched battle you're supposed
Hi,
to be
Janessa. How's it
leading.
going?
Janessa's like, oh my god, it has a basement?
That's a lot of red dot.
Meanwhile,
perfect.
in the
For a second
war-
there, I thought you weren't going to be able to get out.
That would be great.
So I'd say it's safe to say that, what, all your friends are dead at this point?
That's possible. They seem to be handling themselves well enough.
You wake up and the Stormcloaks have won the war.
Oh no, I'm carrying too much to be able to run. Janessa!
Janessa can't jump over
Where'd you
stakes.
go?
Josh.
Wait, Janessa. No, don't be fighting. Oh god.
He's taking pot shots to the face.
Come in here. Come in here, Janessa. You got
Like,
it.
what do you want,
No,
Josh?
She's stuck in now, Josh.
Well, I guess we'll get drunk. Now that I'm drunk, I can carry more, which is to say that I threw away some of the stuff that I was using. Carrying, like, bottles and shit.
Is that your horse? Is that your horse, Josh?
No, I abandoned it.
Isn't every horse your horse?
Yeah, that's actually true. Josh doesn't really
Why
have a
can't I
horse,
hit you?
does he?
Yeah.
You know, for like the past God knows how many years, getting drunk in video games is always like we blur your vision a little, and that's it, and then maybe you get a stat boost. I'd like to see a game where, like, if you get drunk enough, random items in your inventory will disappear because you don't remember what you did with them.
Like, 50 gold from your inventory disappears when you go tab out, you're wearing, like, a sombrero.
Yes, that would be awesome!
And then when the sobriety effect wears off, you find out it's actually a really shitty sombrero.
It gets, like, an attribute ad later
that
on.
you've
Like,
glued to your head.
You go to a store and all the equipment stats are like 10 times higher
God,
than they
that's
should
a
be.
lot of red dots. How is...
And you're like,
how
oh
are
my
we only,
god,
like,
that is the
20%
best
left?
fucking sword. I need to buy. I need it. It's better
I
than
need
my
to have
sword.
it right now.
Check out those. It's got those serrations on it. You know, this is fucking awesome. And then like you look at it later, and you're like, this is.
Oh, what?
pretty bad.
No! Now I have to do everything I did just for a few minutes over again.
God.
Oh, I leveled up, by the
Why?
way. I could hear the level up sound.
You
Are
can
you sure it
adopt
wasn't
the
that guy who
tutoring
leveled up?
if you've decided your adventuring days are over and you no longer want to have any fun.
If you want to play this adventuring game as a non-adventurer, which could actually be really fun.
Well, adventuring gets kind of boring after a while, so...
You kill one bandit, you've killed them all. And eventually you will have to kill them all. Because that's pretty much the only thing this game throws at you.
I used to be an adventurer like you, until I settled down and got a high equity loan that required me to, like, get a day job. And...
Had a couple kids.
Oops.
Joined a few clubs in
I
the
was an
neighborhood.
Imperial soldier.
Yep. Yep.
That was another
Yep,
Imperial
that's how
soldier.
Josh rolls. He's got like a 6-foot
Hey,
Nobody
Stormcloaks.
is
metal, and he just loved swinging it at things.
That was also an Imperial soldier there. You just
That was totally a Stormcloak. It said so. He had a hammer. Shut up.
in fairness, they do look alike.
Josh, you're watching out.
I know. I'm gonna eat an entire banquet now.
Cookie
As
Monster.
you do.
Right here on the battlements, like entire chunks of cabbage flying from your mouth. The raw goat clattering down the staircase.
Yay!
watching
We
open mouth.
win!
All the remaining
rest of
enemies
Stormcloaks.
flee in terror.
Oh, they can't. They're not allowed. I didn't permit them.
They just did. While you were eating.
No! Damn it! Back!
And this will always be remembered as the battle of Josh is a complete coward.
No, it's gonna always be remembered as the Battle of Mern and him and a Herman.
You are not escaping!
Ruins.
Oh, look at this guy. He's chilling. Hey, what's up?
The battle of Bryan Cranston.
Why is it the Battle of Bryan Cranston?
That's like 8 steps removed from the ninja left.
Riveting
What was it actually
chase.
called? Dunstad?
Dunstad, yes.
Dunstad totally sounds like a really bro college that like your dad went to and he wants you to join his frat.
Damn it.
Like, oh my god, last night the dudes from Phi Beta Jackass over at
Oh, hi,
Dunstad
Giant. If you could,
came
like,
over
smash
and they
this
totally
dude.
stuffed our library full of rotten salami. We gotta
How
get
come
them
you
back.
can sprint for forever?
I suggest we
here's
go
a
in to their cafeteria
bear,
and do a shout at their
cow.
table, then run away while their horses murder each other.
Is this a
You just
Stormcloak fort?
describe this game.
Lead me to your
For a second, I thought you were
stronghold.
talking about like the fucking yak. Like it's the yak of Stormcloak. It's really between you and whatever that is.
Oh yeah!
Well, that actually worked really well. Chapeau, chapeau.
That actually looked
Now,
like
where
it'd
the
be really
fuck
hard
are
to
you
get
and what are
the
you
sword
doing?
out of them afterwards. Look at all those
Bandits want
prongs.
to fight me.
you imagine trying to yank that sword out of flesh, bone, and 2 layers of interlocking metal rings that you just rudely pried apart?
I know.
Now that you put it like that, that does sound really difficult.
There's no way. It's not fucking
He's
fuck.
a dragonborn.
I overshot.
Whoops.
Why are we fighting these bandits, Josh? You don't need to do this.
Because they won't let me fast travel.
Can't you just pay them $10?
No,
Congratulations, guys, you win. Here's a gold piece. I'm gonna leave now.
No,
No,
you
it's
bandit,
to
you
the
have to
death.
leave no witnesses. It is much safer to fire a dozen arrows at everybody that comes by, regardless of how badass they look, and let people realize that they should completely avoid an area out frozen in the middle of nowhere where there's no other way to survive, than it is to occasionally and intermittently and whenever possible non-violently prey upon merchants and other individuals who don't mind losing a small portion of their income on a regular basis, as long as it guarantees they don't get into an altercation.
Yay! Red,
Shows
gold,
Andrew
Banditry
lockpick,
101, you guys.
Steel dagger.
Plus, their way means they don't get to say stuff like, "We'll have our pay," or "We'll have our fun." And apparently, their fun is dragging you around the desert, like, for a week. Mountain Blade is a weird game series.
I didn't even realize we were talking about it until you said that.
That's how the bandits sound in that game.
Oh, Rickey's not at
We'll
her
have our pay,
risk.
or we'll have our fun.
Rickey!
Wake
Who the
up.
hell are you?
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Fire hunters or something in the old fort near Riften. Consider joining
Joining
us.
us stuff. Rickey! What happened to you?
She left
Report to General Tullius.
forever. She
Um,
actually left.
Glad you actually checked the quest before you traveled like 20 miles to a frozen camp out in the middle of nowhere.
Shut
full of
up.
People who hate you.
No one asked for your opinion.
Because
Let's sell things.
I'm assuming your character doesn't have a physical quest log, which makes it even more amusing to just imagine like your character trotting along with like his dark elf companion who's just like clutching her, looks like bare arms, as you're traveling through the frozen, blizzard-driven wilderness until you reach this camp, and then you just walk around and stare blankly into the snow with a furrowed brow while she stares at you, and then just like, oh. And you turn around and start walking in the direction. She's like, fucking seriously?
I think at this point, she would be beyond that reaction. She would just rub her forehead and go, ugh.
Anyone who travels with you for 5 minutes learns that you roll in a very idiosyncratic fashion.
That is one way of putting it.
Come back to bits anytime.
That roll is usually downhill after
I didn't have
you
to
just
murder the
accidentally
shopkeeper
whirlwind
this time.
sprinted off of a cliff.
Fletching suits me. It's difficult and sometimes tedious.
That's great, guy.
but
I walked
know
past
those
you, which
stretch
means
goals.
that I want to hear your life story about how you are a Fletcher.
Wait, I know.
That's so mean. It's so accurate.
Was that guard about to arrest you?
Yes. Don't ask why. It's a
Up the
long
coast,
story
ways to the
involving
east,
horses.
you'll
Josh, do you legitimately
I
remember
know why.
Do you legitimately remember why you're under arrest?
May have been because I stole a horse or four.
Battles are won
and
by
fought
trained
in
and
general.
disciplined men. Wars are
What are you
won by
saying,
talented
Tullius?
and exceptional individuals. I'm raising you to prefect. Take this
You're
blade
making me
as
a
gift and symbol of your new
prefect?
rank. You've earned it.
For
Isn't that like a high
bravely-
government office?
Take the
Like overseas
blade
governors
as a
and
symbol of
shit?
your new rank.
We have a few surprises.
It's a little broad and flat and blunt and heavy, and it's got straps on it for some reason.
God
So,
be
you know.
The
I don't
dwarves were
want it.
weird people.
The dwarves had a very intriguing culture.
Regain the rift.
What
Oh,
a
great.
mysterious people.
I've got an idea, guys. You know Maven Blackbriar? Let's put her in charge of a town.
Why?
Because the writers are dumb.
Why not?
Okay, for the LARPers out there, have you ever been in a situation where, like, your character should support another character's rise to the throne because it makes complete sense for role-playing reason, but that person's actually just, like, a huge shitwit, and you're just like, I guess I vote for this guy to become the Count of Awesome. That's kind of what I imagine this is like.
So now, as a notorious enemy of the Stormcloaks, I'm teleporting to Windhelm Stables so that I can use the Windhelm Stables to teleport to the Rift. The cart!
Sounds legit.
Need a ride? I can take you to any of the halls.
Physics.
Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off.
I wonder what the pricing,
You've
like,
never been to
how
Rift,
the pricing is
sure to visit
determined
the
for
Black
these
Friar
various
and
holds to get various
Knock it down,
places.
forget all.
Is it distance-based?
I like the idea that it's somehow subsidized by like a greater Skyrim transit council.
The Skyrim
Yep,
Transit
heard they're
Authority
finally
wishes
putting
you
in a
safe
cart to Rift.
travels.
Gotta say, it's gonna be useful for my business trips. Gonna be useful. Gonna save us some money.
Before I
Maybe I
let
won't
you
get
into
attacked by
Rift,
so many foxes.
You want in?
One day
This
you need to
happens every
cooperate.
time.
Oh, by the way, a dragon!
Every time this happens. And then as soon as you
Hi,
kill the
dragon.
dragon, he's like, yeah, so about that visitor's tax.
Is she gonna come
And Carter's
down
just
here?
staring right at you like, can I go now?
What the f- Come back! Attack me, not the town, damn it!
Quit dragging this out.
I hate it when they do this.
I like the
Well.
idea of dragon attacks being so common now that the NPCs don't even react to it anymore. Oh yeah, this is a dragon. That happens. It's probably gonna set everyone on fire.
God
I hear
damn
a lot
it.
of, I hear a lot of
Fuck you,
reports where
dragon!
people in situations where combat is frequent actually surprisingly do get to that point.
Probably.
Like it was specifically opposed to like
Seriously?
a guy who was in an area where like every so often just locals would come out with machine guns and try to kill people in the military base. And they would know it was gonna happen because they would see all of the villagers, like, and all the, you know, the people in the area just go inside and, like, lock up their doors. And he said the first time that he was there that happened, like, that everybody just started locking their doors, and his, like, commanding officer just sighed, and he's like, here we go again.
Before I let you into Rift,
And, like, 5 seconds later,
Rift
somebody
is
was shooting
entering
at
the
them.
city. What does it matter?
Josh, was that guy chasing the dragon?
Possibly. So, they treat this as like, oh, this is a clear shakedown tax. You're just being thieves. But you generally had
think you'd be a
to
little
pay
smarter
a
than that.
toll to get in.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Two.
Riften Guard.
Want everyone
Huge mistake. Thinking Josh is smarter than that.
Lock the gate.
Historically,
Just
you
a
did have
intimidating.
tolls to get into walled cities. It's like, wow, the one time you have a historical thing.
So what you just did was you tried to intimidate him by saying, I kill thieves. And the guard goes, well, that's a shit idea. And then you said, but you have to understand, this is obviously a shakedown. And he said, oh,
Yes.
oh, now that you put it like that, you can go in.
I've never seen an intimidate check work. Can you even win with an intimidate check?
I don't know.
I did.
You and Riften looking for trouble. Don't
What?
say
When did you do
the
that?
Black
Why can
Brothers
you not
being
just
some
ignore this
outlaw
guy?
trying to meddle
I
in
don't know.
affairs.
Oh wait, I can.
Hey, you, get over here.
Yeah, I always do that. He's like,
Fuck
hey,
off.
you, get over here. I'm like, I talk to you. Like, no.
Pay it back on time.
I don't want to talk to you. Bye.
What am I doing here?
Everybody in this town,
Rift.
everybody is like that one time that GM who has some insecurity
Oh.
issues runs a
Hey.
game, and it's a bunch
I
of
was supposed to
NPCs
be
talking
over
about
here.
how much cooler and more awesome than you they are, and like pushing you around kind of passive-aggressively? That's this entire town. I fucking hate it, because they're all invincible.
They're not invincible, you just can't kill them.
Yeah, everybody's
Which is
like,
sort of the same thing, I guess.
like, oh, I'm so bad, you can't possibly touch me. And then, like, you knock them unconscious 20 times and kick their body into the river, and they're still like, oh, you think you're cool? No, you're nothing, you're shit. I'm so much more awesome than you are.
You know what would be cool is if, like, instead of just simply making everyone immortal, they make it like Highlander, so you can't easily kill NPCs that are story related, but if you cut off their head, then they die and stay dead.
And
Yeah,
you
I mean,
become
Hitting
the
them
NPC.
until you get the decapitation.
If, like, the same
animation.
thing happened to them that happened to Lydia, I would be fine. Okay, New Vegas solved this perfectly. I don't know why people say this can't be done.
Shit.
Like, where, you know, content is locked off if you murder someone. New Vegas did it perfectly. When you kill someone who's involved in a quest, it just pops up and says that quest has failed, and you immediately know. You immediately know what impact that has. And you can make an informed decision on whether or not you want to reload.
Also Morrowind.
I would say Fallout 3 did it perfectly, but Fallout 3 has a lot of invincible NPCs, so fuck that.
But not nearly as many as this game.
Yeah, New Vegas actually did it better than Morrowind, in my view, because Morrowind, like, you could kill somebody who's part of a minor quest, and that'll fuck everything up, and you'll have no idea. But in New Vegas, like, it just says, like, you know, random quest failed, and often I would be able to make a pretty educated decision based on who they are and what, like, the name of the quest was. Would I actually want to do that, or is this...
Are you serious?
I do a evil jerk thing for this evil jerk guy? In which case, I'm mostly like, yeah, I don't actually care.
Okay. Oh, hey, I'll
I
just
mean, it's
level up.
shit like, oh no, you can't accidentally kill this guy. Why not? Because he's a serial killer, and there's a quest where you find out he's a serial killer, so you can kill him.
Janessa, what the fuck?
Or this evil thief who's got this quest to make you do something and then betray you is invincible, because what if you decide you want
He
to do
hasn't
this evil
betrayed you
thing
yet.
and then have him betray you? It's completely meaningless to choose someone who wants to get rid of these people, because they're doing the world a disservice. I'm not saying, like, it's actually particularly morally justifiable to go around murdering all the jerks, but in this game, your options are very limited, and since killing people is one of the few tools that the player has in their arsenal, empowering it a little more would be nice.
Guess who's here?
That is a
Something
good
to
point.
report? You're going to Riften.
Because there are so
My spies
many of these
report that
invincible
Jarl Steward
NPCs.
Anuriel has
There are
arranged
way
for
too many in this game.
70%.
that would be rather embarrassing if made public. I need you to find evidence.
That is a
of
very
her corrupt
awkward pose
activities
Janessa is
and
in
use
right
it
now.
to gain a measure of her cooperation.
Well, she remembers
I'm
fighting
cool.
Rick a bunch.
She's basically just standing behind Ricky, just
Jarl's
like
guards
making
won't take
obnoxious
kindly to
poses,
anyone
making fun of her.
rummaging through her steward's private quarters.
Ew, look at me,
Stealth
I'm Ricky.
and
I'm so cool because I guess I got into the Legion,
Good.
and that's extra
I
credit or
count on
something.
you, can't I?
There aren't any
I'm too
hot
good to
boys in the
actually get
Legion.
my-
OMG.
But I'm too big and important to get my hands dirty actually killing things myself, so I just hide in camp and tell other cool people to do stuff.